Assalamu alaikum and good morning, my students. I hope you are doing well by the grace of Almighty. Our topic is continue, that is how do organism reproduce. It's biology class for 10. And in today's class, I'm going to explain you the female reproductive system and menstruation. In previous class, I have taught you the male reproductive system. And before to that was the reproduction in flowering plants, and I asked the question that which part of the plant grows into the future root and future shoot, and there is one girl, that is Sabah Khan. She answered correctly, so I appreciate your enthusiasm, girl. Now, female reproductive system. As I told you, the male reproductive system that is divided into the uh, main reproductive organ, means which is the primary organ, and in the male reproductive system the primary organ was testes, as it produced the male sex cell, that is sperm. Similarly, female reproductive system also can be divided into the primary organ, and here the primary organ is ovary. You can see here in the diagram there is the one pair of ovaries. Okay, so there are the two in the number, and these are the primary organs of female reproductive system, and they produce, what is the main function of ovaries? The ovaries produce the female sex cell, that is eggs or ova. Okay, as the ovary produce the female gamete or female sex cell. Okay, they are the primary organs of the female reproductive system. As well as the ovary is doing the another function, that it release the sex hormone, release the two sex hormone, that is estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen and progesterone are the hormones um, that is responsible for all the secondary sexual characteristics of the girls. Okay, students. So as I told you, in the male reproductive cells, the testes produce the male sex cell, that is sperm, as well as the testes produce the male sex hormone, that is the testosterone. So testes and ovaries, these are the two glands, two important glands, and they are doing the dual functions, testes and ovary. Dual function means they are releasing the sex cell also, as well as they are producing the sex hormone. Actually, this related to hormone, the topic it is in the control and coordination. Okay, hormones are the special secretion which are responsible for our growth and our coordination in the body. So testes and ovaries are also two glands which release the important hormones. Testes release the testosterone, which are responsible for the all the secondary sexual characteristics of the male, and estrogen and progesterone are the female sex hormone and responsible for the secondary sexual characteristics of the girl. Okay, secondary sexual characteristics like the menstruation, like the increasing the size of the breast, or other sexual characteristics which distinguish a girl from the boy. So these are all responsibility of the sex hormone. Clear, students? So one pair of the ovaries are present. The main organ is ovary. Then the female reproductive system consists of the one pair of fallopian tube. This can you can see. Fallopian tubes are the two ducts which is start from the each ovary. Okay, so they are also one pair in the number. Then it is the uterus and then the vagina. So these are the main organs of the female reproductive system. Now fallopian tube. So fallopian tube is also one in two are in number, means one pair is present. And what happened in fallopian tube? The fallopian tube, the fertilizations occur. Fertilization means the fusion of male gamete and female gamete take place in the fallopian tube. So fallopian tube are the site of fertilization. Clear? Then the next organ. These are the fallopian tube connected to the ovary. Then you can see here uterus. Uterus is a sac-like structure. Okay. And here, when the fertilization occurs, ovary is releasing the ovum and it comes to the fallopian tube. And here the fertilization take place. If the fertilization take place, then it will convert into the embryo here only, and then it will come to the uterus. So in uterus, the development of the embryo take place. Yes, students. So it is responsive. The function of uterus is it is a site for the fetal development. The fetus development take place in the uterus. It can increase its size also. So uterus is an important organ, and here the main function of uterus is here the development of the embryo take place. Then the another accessory organ is there, that is the vagina, and vagina receives the sperm, means the male gamete. Okay, and from here it comes to the fallopian tube. So these are the main organs of female reproductive system. I'm revising again. You can see here one pair of ovary, and ovaries here one is special characteristics is there about the male and female. This is one difference is also there. In male, the sperm production take place when the adolescence period come. When a person is a male reach to the puberty, okay, that time the it start the production of sperm and releasing of the sperm. While in ovary, the eggs are present when a baby girl take birth. When a baby girl take birth, from that time only, the eggs are present in the ovaries from the childbirth only. Okay, but they are in the miniature form. They are not developed. When the development start, when they start releasing the ovum, when the puberty comes. Understood? So this is a difference between the male and female. The production and releasing of the sperm start in the testes when a boy reaches to the puberty, but and the eggs already present in the baby girl when the child take the birth. From the birth only the eggs are present in the ovary, but in the miniature form. The development and release of the ovum take place when the girl reaches to the puberty. So this is a difference. Okay. So one pair of the ovary is present, and ovary release the ovum or egg when a girl reaches to the puberty. Then this ovum comes to the fallopian tube. So fallopian tube is, you can see here there is a one pair of fallopian tube start from each ovary, and fallopian tube also you can name it, that is oviduct. So in oviduct or in fallopian tube the fertilization occur, and that's why it is the site of fertilization. After fertilization, the embryo comes to the uterus, and in uterus, the development of the embryo takes place. Till the childbirth, the development of embryo takes place in the uterus, and vagina is also one accessory organ, and it receives the sperm. Now, another important topic, that is menstruation. Now, what is menstruation? Menstruation is a cyclic event. It is a cyclic event. Cyclic event means it repeats after a particular time period. And as I told you, that in the baby girl, means in a girl child, in the ovaries, the ovum or egg are present from the childbirth, but they are in the miniature form, not developed. When a girl child reaches to the age of puberty, that time the ovary start releasing one of the ovum every month. Okay, and this ovum is coming to the fallopian tube. So one of the ovum is released by the ovary every month. And when the ovary is releasing the ovum, simultaneously what happens? The uterus. The function of uterus is to receive the embryo, means fertilized egg. So to receive the embryo, because the development of the embryo take place in the uterus. Okay, so for the development it need more amount of oxygen, more amount of nutrition, etc., and it is supplied by the blood. So the uterus start developing the blood rich membrane every month. It is a natural process going on. So here, when the fertilization does not happen, this fertilization does not happen. The ovum is released by ovary, but the fertilization does not happen. So what happened? Now this egg and the additional layer of the uterus, which is blood-rich endometrium, these are now the waste for the body, and this is discarded by the body. Clear? This is discarded by the body and it released in the form of a flow, and it is known as menstrual flow, and this event is called menstruation. So what is menstruation? When the fertilization does not occur, the unfertilized egg along with the additional membrane of the uterus discarded by the body or shed off by the body, and it releases in the form of a flow, and it is known as menstrual flow, and this event is called menstruation. Clear, students? As I told you, it is a cyclic event, so it repeats after a particular number of days. Now, for this event, there are some important chemicals responsible which are called hormones. Hormones topic is there in the control and coordination, and in that there is a gland that is known as pituitary gland, which is located in the brain. This pituitary is releasing so many hormones, and these hormones are controlling the other endocrine glands hormone. Okay, they are releasing and uh, when to stop that. That is all controlled by the pituitary. And pituitary, as I told you, releasing so many hormones. There are the two important hormones, that is LH and FSH, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. These are the two pituitary hormone, as well as the two ovarian hormone. Ovarian hormone, which is released secreted by the ovaries, that is estrogen and progesterone. So these all hormones are responsible for the menstruation. Dear students, so an event, but it is controlled by the different hormones. And as I told you, it is a cyclic event. It repeats after every 28 days or 25 days depending on the person. Clear? So students, in today's class I have explained you about the female reproductive system. It consists of the main organ, that is the ovary. One pair of ovary is present in the female, and the function of ovary, it is doing a dual function, means the two main function. One is to release the female sex cell egg, and second thing to produce the female sex hormone, that is the estrogen and progesterone. There is one pair of the fallopian tube is present. The function of fallopian tube, that here the fertilization occur, means it is the site of fertilization. Then there is uterus. Uterus is a sac-like structure, and in uterus the development of the embryo take place. Okay, till the childbirth, the development of the embryo of fetus take place in the uterus. Then vagina is an organ which receives the sperm. Clear? So students, the topic, that is how do organisms reproduce, almost we have completed. Some part is left, but as the midterm exam is going to come, I think first I should again revise the topic which is important for your midterm exam. So remaining topic of the how do organisms I will take after your midterm exams, or if I complete my recapitulation videos of the previous lesson which are going to come in your midterm. when I'm releasing the videos for the midterm exam, if you are having any questions, if you are having any doubt, you can ask in write in the comment box, so that doubt can be solved by me or can be explained by me in my next videos. Okay, students, so remain connected to the learning process. So your enthusiasm and have a nice day. Maybe inshallah we will meet soon